2025 year text encouraged us to give Jehovah the glory due his name. It is clear that during the past service year, Jehovah's people all over the world did just that. We are pleased to share encouraging highlights from the 2025 service year report of Jehovah's Witnesses worldwide. For example, we had a 1.6% increase in Bible studies, with 7,603,182 studies being conducted. Additionally, we are happy to report that we had a 2.8% increase in the number of those baptized, with 304,643 new disciples making a public declaration of their dedication. Other aspects of the service year report are also available on jw.org and on JW Library, Watchtower Online Library, and Watchtower Library. During prison witnessing, a woman seeking asylum found comfort from scriptures shared by publishers visiting her while she was detained. She began studying the Bible and invited several fellow detainees to join her. Though separated from her family and uncertain about her future, she expressed a sincere desire to draw closer to Jehovah. After her release, she made determined efforts to reconnect with the sister who had studied with her, showing her deep appreciation for the loving support she received. In harbor witnessing, a crew member showed genuine interest after viewing the video, Why Did God Create the Earth? In Hindi. Jeremiah 29:11 was read with him, highlighting Jehovah's promise of a future and a hope. A Bible study was started using the Enjoy Life brochure. At an event held for individuals who are blind or have low vision, a table display features the jw.org website. One woman who heard the Good News According to Jesus video with audio description said, I have never experienced the Bible this way. Everything was acted out and brought to life, making it visual for me. During the Amharic Special Preaching Campaign in Washington, D.C., publishers were warmly welcomed by a young woman. She explained that she had been praying for help with personal struggles and felt that her prayers had gone unanswered. After reading Isaiah 41:10, which emphasizes Jehovah's promise to help, she was moved to tears and said, this must be God answering my questions. And she gladly accepted a Bible study. These experiences show how our Bible-based hope continues to reach sincere individuals in a variety of circumstances. What a privilege it is to work alongside Jehovah and his Son as we gather even more precious things of all the nations. The 2026 year text reminds us, happy are those conscious of their spiritual needs. We have full confidence that Jehovah will bless your efforts to help fill the spiritual need of others in the year ahead. So wasn't that a beautiful and encouraging letter from this year's, last year's service year? Now, it's interesting too, we also got to see or hear an experience from the Amharic campaign, which many of us were able to assist with this summer. But that's just one experience from the DC area. Let's see some additional experiences that were had right here in our congregation. And so to begin, can we first invite Sister Henry and Sister McCullough to the stage? Okay, so we'll start with Sister Henry. Now, Sister Henry, your experience, as I recall, it started right here in the Kingdom Hall. Can you explain it?
Yes. Well, I really believe that the way I met Aaliyah was an answer to my prayer, as I've been supplicating Jehovah to meet and conduct a progressive Bible study. I was just standing in the back, and it was the first meeting after the memorial, the first weekend meeting, and she was leaving, and I reached out to greet her, and I said hello and gave her a hug. And to that she responded, this is what I missed not coming to the meeting. All the love. And we chuckled for a bit, we chatted for a minute, and we exchanged numbers, and she left. And I called her the following week, later that week, and we talked, and in that conversation I learned that she attended Meeting as a child with her grandmother, but when she moved away, she stopped. And then when she graduated high school, she enlisted in the military. But she said in recent years she's been just wanting to get back to the meetings and to serve Jehovah. So I offered her a Bible study. She accepted, and we started the following week. Um, I she's a wonderful Bible study, but she travels for her job all the time, so it's interfering with her meeting attendance. But we are able to keep the study fairly regular. And we look forward to this coming November when she gets out of the military, and then she can make steady progress toward dedication of baptism.
Well, that's a great interview. Thank you for that interview. We really see the importance of making sure that we say hi to new friends or new faces that we see. All right, thank you very much. So let's go now to Sister McCullough. Now, I understand that your experience involves a family member. Could you tell us about that?
Yes, so my mother had been talking to one of my nephews since he was a child about the Bible, and this progressed. So one day I called him to check on him, and to my surprise, he was in dire need. It was an emergency situation. He was in need financially, so me and my family was able to help him, and that turned out well. And then after that time period, before that, a Bible session was discussed, and a Bible study was started with him. And so after that, a period of time had went by. He called me again, and he was also in need of another emergency situation. But this time, I didn't have the means to help him. So I referred him to Luke chapter 12, verse 29 to 31. And I told him, you're taking interest in Jehovah, you learned about him. Pray to Jehovah and tell him what you need. Go in details and ask him to help you. And so a couple of weeks went by. I checked on him. He said that he prayed to Jehovah. Jehovah answered his prayer. He saw that he answered his prayer. He was able to get his necessities. And also, he said that he definitely wants to continue his study and draw close to Jehovah.
Very good. Thank you for that experience as well. Thank you. So, thanks, sisters, for those experiences. So let's invite now Sister and Brother Harris. Now, both of your experiences involve two scholarly individuals, and sometimes that can be a little intimidating for us when we're out in the ministry. But let's see how both of you were able to be successful. So we'll start with Sister Harris. Can you give us your experience?
Well, while in the door-to-door ministry, we met an elderly man. He told us he was 83 years old, and he was a scientist and found it very difficult to believe in a creator. We learned that he grew up as a Catholic in Ireland. He moved to the U.S. and taught as a professor in one of the local universities. He believes that there's a mathematical solution for everything in the universe. Since he remembered some Bible teachings, and he remembered some historical facts when he was a Catholic, so we used quotes from the Bible and lines of reasoning from the scriptures. He began to listen to our message, and he raised the question, why was there so much injustice in the world? We even had the opportunity to show him the video episode 1, The True Light of the World, and now we plan to return to share some points from the Origin of Life brochure that explains how life has an intelligent designer.
So despite his reservations about there being a creator due to his scientific background, you were able to overcome that obstacle and then turn that into a potential Bible study. So very good. I enjoyed that. Alrighty, so next we'll go to Brother Harris. Could you give us your experience?
Well, so I've been called one a retired judge. He's at home caring for his sick wife. Every time that we come to visit him, he said, well, what do you have for me today? In other words, what Bible scriptures are you going to share with me? And he's very intrigued about our ministry work. And he would also ask many questions, such as, do you visit every house in Alexandria? How many homes do you visit in a day? And how many homes do you contact or come in contact with people with? So I had to share some thoughts behind that. Now, even though he's a very busy person, he's deeply concerned about his sick wife, knowing that her condition is not going to change. But he always invites us into the home, and how he listened very intently to our conversation, knowing that we have Bible scriptures to share with him. Now, latest visit, we knocked on the door, but no one came to the door. So we left, but as we were leaving, he opened the door, and he told us to come back. So we came back and we shared a scripture from 2 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 3 and 4 with him. And he really appreciated that. And the reason why a smile came over his face, and that made us feel happy knowing that we had shared something positive with our neighbor.
Good. So when I first heard your experience, I just immediately thought, man, that guy had a lot of questions, didn't he? But you were able to answer each one of them. And it's always great to see how the Bible's message can bring comfort and